Hydrogen is this first element on the periodic table, and it's very, very special, and it's very, very unique. And if somebody would have told us when we were in like biochem in grad school, we maybe would have paid more attention to all of this, but we were just trying to get through those courses, you know, like, what? We're just trying to get through physics. And now I go, oh, we should have spent way more time on this. So hydrogen is the simplest. We just have this very low weight. We have proton, neutrons, electrons. You guys remember those things, right? We have this thing in the nucleus that gives it weight, you know, that gives something weight, and these little electrons are supposed to be flying around it. That's the model we have of the best we understand it. We don't even know if we're right about this. We could be totally wrong, but it's what we think, you know? If you make the middle of the hydrogen, you put another element, one of those neutrons in there, you make it heavier. You make it double the weight. So you basically take like a tennis ball and you make it, instead of weighing a tennis ball weight, you make it heavy and the size of a bowling ball. So tennis balls are supposed to be going through the system. That's hydrogen, through the electron transport chain of the mitochondria. Occasionally, like that 1 in 2,000 times or whatever, a bowling ball gets thrown into electron transport. That breaks the whole, it starts breaking it because it's too big and it's too heavy. You can't play tennis with a bowling ball. So if you know what I mean? If you're playing that and somebody throws it, you're like, oh God, and it's going to break your racket and it's going to break the whole thing and it's a whole mess. Then you got to clean it up. That's what these deuteriums, they're naturally occurring, and it occurs more in the hydrogen water, the H2O. So it's like H2O, H3O, HDO. So we have these deuteriums that come in there instead of the hydrogen. The hotter it gets, the hotter the water is, so near the equator, there's just more deuterium. So it's just the way, it's a natural isotope. It's just, we have isotopes of things. So there's another isotope of hydrogen, but it's like radioactive, you know, it's trillium. Mm-hmm. Like that'll kill you. You know what I mean? So the deuterium, there's tons of it in the water at the equator, very little in the water, like up at the north, like in Siberia. So where you live naturally kind of determines your deuterium content in your body, because how much, what's in the water, is it what's in the soil, is what's in the food. So stuff that they're, you know, the water they drink in Siberia is very low deuterium. And they don't really eat that many plants because it's all snowy. They're almost all carnivores anyway. So they're not eating any deuterium. They're not drinking any deuterium. So their deuterium levels are incredibly low. And it's definitely correlated with aging, longevity, and disease.